coulda knew you couldn't get by yourself. And I don't know who would ever wanna tell the seam of someone's dream. Baby, it's fine. They said that we should just be friends. While I came up with that line, and I'm sure that it's for the best. If you ever change your mind, don't hold your breath. Look.
Streaming from your computer and from all over the internet, this is all Andy Alfred on ClayFan23. And now, your host for all Andy Alfred, Andy Alfred. Oh, It's a Beautiful Day by Michael Bublé, because it's a beautiful day outside after the rough storm we had yesterday. The Tribe wins in the ballpark of Arlington. The Blackhawks dominate in 3 overtimes over the Boston Bruins. The Let's Go Spurs chant is starting up again. And the Detroit Tigers and the Mud Hens, the Detroit Tigers are off. The Mud Hens are in action tonight. And I love you guys, and welcome into this Thursday edition of All Andy Alfred right here on ClayFan23. I am your host, Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the Man Cave and welcoming you into this Thursday edition of All Andy Alfred. A lot to get into today, of course. Before I begin, last night, if you remember yesterday's show, we were talking about these big storms coming in through the Midwest. The Man Cave did take a little bit of a hit from this storm. Our basement was flooded. Luckily, it is dry out. It's dried out. We cleaned it up this morning. It is all clear. We are fine. But it was a rough go last night. We had some wicked weather, a lot of rain. We had estimated about 2.5 to 3 inches of rain that fell outside of the Man Cave in the Studio 10 in East Toledo, and the streets were flooded. And but the brunt of the storm missed us. They had a touchdown. They had a tornado, not confirmed, but was spotted by the Waterville White House area in Ohio. So our thoughts and prayers are with those that are in like Henry County who are trying to recover right now. Also, still with the people in Oklahoma. So if you have the opportunity, please donate to the Tornado Relief Fund from ISO Impact and also from the American Red Cross. So please. I always do out and donate. I've donated before to the Red Cross too via blood and also through donations as well too. So, with that being in mind, you had to keep yourself entertained last night because you were worried about the storms. So a lot of sports was going on. They had the Tigers off after blowing the game yesterday by Papa Grande. So you figured maybe the Indians would salvage, maybe get a loss, but they picked up a big victory yesterday, 5-2 over the Texas Rangers. Ubaldo Jimenez gets the win. He goes to 5-4 with a 4.79 ERA. Tespin gets the loss. He goes to 3-6 with a 4.30 ERA. Jason Kipnis, his 9th home run of the season. Avilas, his 4th. Martin for Texas homered, his 3rd of the season in front of 34,248. Game time 3 hours and 8 minutes. Now the Tribe is off today. Same with the Tigers. The Tribe will open up a 3-game set at Progressive Field taking on the Washington Nationals. And here's what the estimated starters will be. It will be Gio Gonzalez for Washington on Friday night at 7:05. He is 3-3 with a 3.59 ERA. He'll take on the ace of the Cleveland staff, Justin Masterson, who is 8-5 with a 3.68 ERA. Game time 7:05. Saturday it will be Ryan Zimmerman on the hill for Washington. He's 9-3 with a 2 ERA. This kid looks incredible. I think he'll be an NL starter for the National League for Bruce Bochy in the for the National League. He's 9-3 with a 2 ERA. He'll take on Scott Kazmir, who's 3-4 with a 5.33 ERA. Washington has not decided their starter yet for the Sunday matinee game, but it will be Corey Kluber on the hill for the Cleveland Indians at 105. He's 4-4 with a 4.08 ERA. Like I said, 105 start time. All games you can watch them on Sports Time, Ohio. Other notable Wednesday evening games: San Francisco was a loser to Pittsburgh 12-8. Boston won 2-1. The Milwaukee Brewers 10. The Miami Marlins won. The New York Mets were a winner 5-1 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Minnesota 4. Philadelphia 3. Washington was a winner 5-1 over the Colorado Rockies. Oakland was a winner 5-2 over the New York Yankees. Arizona 8. The Dodgers 6. And the Houston Astros 6. Seattle 1. Today it's a really light schedule in the major leagues. There's 4 day games going on right now. It is in the top of the ninth. St. Louis 2, the New York Mets nothing. Right now it's 2-1 Cincinnati on top of the Cubs right now, and also it's 1-0 Rockies on top of the Washington Nationals. And speaking of yesterday, with the Tigers blowing the game yesterday afternoon against a Kansas City team, this is just pathetic. That was pathetic, and I will say this again. I'm sick and tired of this. We have the chemistry. We have everything built in place. We just need somebody to shut the door on the game. Somebody to shut the door. Close the games out. Papelbon would be a good selection. I've heard rumors that he might want to come to Detroit. Cut Jose Valverde. Be fine with me. But Detroit will now head off to Minnesota, and the rotation against Minnesota is going to be pathetic. Rick Porcello is on the hill. He's 3-3 with a 4.86 ERA. He starts on Friday for Detroit. It'll be Scott Diamond for Minnesota. He's 4-5 with a 5.19 ERA. Game time 8:10. Saturday will be Detroit taking on Minnesota again. It will be Anibal Sanchez. This is where I think Detroit might pick up a victory. Sanchez is 6-5 with a 2.65 ERA. He'll take on Denuno, who is 2-1 with a 3.47 ERA. That ERA looks deceiving, but he has been lit up so many times, and he's gotten the no decisions. And the Sunday game will be Doug Fister, 5-4 with a 3.28 ERA. He'll take on P.J. Walters, who is 2-1 with a 2.49 ERA. Game time 2:10. All games you can watch on FSN Detroit. Looking at the American League Central standings going into today's play, there's not that many teams playing today in the American League Central, but Detroit is off today. They are 36-28 and they lead the division. They are in first place, 6-4 in their last 10. Like I said, 36-28. Cleveland is in second place. They are 32-33, one game under 500, 4.5 out, 2-8 in their last 10 games. Kansas City's in third place. They are 30-33, 5.5 out, 7-3 in their last 10. Look out for the Kansas City Royals. I will say that, to say the least. Also, Minnesota's in fourth place. They are 29-33, 6 games out, 6-4 in their last 10. And rounding out the division, it is the Chicago White Sox, who are 28-35, 7.5 out, 4-6 in their last 10 games. Well, will we have at least 30 wins by the end of this weekend? That's the big question. As the Mud Hens get ready to take on a 4-game set with the last place in the division, Syracuse Chiefs, the Washington Nationals affiliate. They'll start up a series tonight in Syracuse, as I adjust my seat here. On the hill for Toledo, he's 2-3 with a 4.58 ERA. He'll take on Mandel, who's 1-2 with a 6.08 ERA. Game time 7:05. You can listen to that game on 1230 WCWA on iHeart Radio Station. Friday, here's the rest of the rotation. Friday will be Alvarez on the hill after that beautiful performance he put up in Detroit. He is 5-4 with a 2.42 ERA with the Mud Hens. He'll take on Rosenberg, who is 5-3 with a 3.44 ERA. 7 o'clock start time. Saturday will be Sean Hill, 0-8 with a 6.23 ERA. He'll take on somebody who's also with a 6.23 ERA, Teran for Syracuse. He's 0-3 with a 6.23 ERA. And Sunday, Syracuse has not decided who they're going to throw out on the hill yet. However, the Mud Hens will throw out Derek Hankins, who is 2-3 with a 3.31 ERA. Then the Mud Hens return home to Fifth Third Field to take on a 4-game set with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pick starting Monday night. And then they'll play the Pawtucket Red Sox over the weekend. Looking at the International League West standings, the Indianapolis leads the division. They are 45-22, 7-3 in their last 10 games, and they are in first place in the division. Columbus is 32-34, 12.5 games out of first place, 3-7 in their last 10. Louisville is in third place. They are 31-35, 13.5 games out of first place. They are 4-6 in their last 10. But, however, look out. The Toledo Mud Hens are 26-41. They are 19 games out of first place, but they are 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're starting to heat up at the right period of time if they want to start making a little bit of a push out of the cellar. So, will Phil Nevin win these series against Syracuse? I'd love to see them take at least 3 or 4 out of Syracuse so they can at least get closer to that 30 win plateau. If they sweep Syracuse, I will be unbelievable. It would be unbelievable if they swept Syracuse. And then come back home to play Lehigh Valley, who's in second to last place in that division. So, but unfortunately, I still want to fire Phil Nevin. That's hashtag fire Phil Nevin. You follow the show at all Andy Alfred. That's at all Andy Alfred. Hashtag fire Phil Nevin. Well, as most of you were probably watching the Stanley Cup final last night, fortunately a lot of us in the Northwest Ohio area were blocked through it because of NBC 24. However, I had the privilege of having Canada Broadcasting Channel, CBC, and got to watch all of it without the weather icons and anything like that. And the Chicago Blackhawks looked outstanding. They came back and they won it. They were down 3-1 in the third period, rallied back to tie the game and force triple overtime, and Andrew Shaw gets the game winner as the Blackhawks win 4-3. Shots on goal in the game. Chicago had 63 shots on net. Boston had 54. Power play, Boston went 1 for 3 on the power play, while Chicago went 0 for 3 on the power play last night. And, you know, like I said, this is going to go a full 7 games. This is going to go a full 7-game series. And Game 2 will start Saturday night at 8 o'clock on CBC or on NBC. Will LeBron show up tonight and play very hard? Because I think the Heat might, if they win tonight, then that sets a little bit of a tone for Game 6. If the Spurs blow them out, Spurs beat them tonight, it's over. I think it's over. Because if the Spurs win tonight, there's no doubt in my mind the Spurs will probably win the series in 5 games. We'll see what happens tonight as the San Antonio Spurs host the Miami Heat in Game 4 of the NBA Finals. 9 o'clock tip on ABC. We'll see what happens. Let's see if Chalmers and let's see if Wade and Bosch will actually show up. And will Tony Parker being near or at 100% come game time? We'll find out and see. Well, I've been getting a lot of comments recently, and it's very interesting to hear some of these comments come up on the blog. We've had a lot of positive stuff coming out of it. I mean, yes, there was a report saying that this was the top 100. But if it was coming from the YouTube people with the YouTube signature on it and the logo. And this is my platform. I can talk whatever I want to talk about. I think constructive criticism is good for this show. You know, but haters are gonna hate. I'll take my chances, and I like my damn chances against everything. And if you have a comment about the show, please feel free, post it underneath the show. If you just have something to say about the show, go ahead, post it underneath the show. But if you're gonna taunt and if you're gonna badger this show, don't do it. Because you're only hurting yourself by what you post online. And it looks bad on yourself. I know for a fact that if I say something, I know I will make a retraction on the next show. But if it's true, it's true. Plain and simple. I'm not gonna anything else. That's it. That's final. That's my last word, because haters are gonna hate. Recommendations for you for this Thursday edition. Hey, if you're in the need for dental work right now, please go see Dr. Zuhari in Fisher's office right now. In one location in Rossford, Ohio, on River Road. Dr. Z's been in business for so many years. He can take care of any problems you have regarding your teeth, of course. If you need he has Invisalign. He also does crowns. Also does cavities, root canals, so much more. You don't have to worry about. You put your mind at ease. You put my mind at ease whenever I have, if I have to get a cavity filled, or if I have to get if I have to fix my my crown, of course. But set an appointment by calling 419-666-3327. That's 419-666-3327, or visit zfdentist.com. That's zfdentist.com. They have fixed my smile. They can fix yours at the same time. Don't forget to go pick up the new Big Time Rush album, 24/7. They have two versions. They have a blue edition and they have the deluxe version. Go pick up a copy of that. Their popular hit, 24/7. Also, Like Nobody's Around is a good one too. And Picture This is a really good song too. So go pick up a dozen copies of that. They will be in Toledo on July 30th. And hopefully we can get them in the studio. It would be very, very nice, or set up for a nice interview. I doubt that, but we'll find out. Also, the Mud Hens are returning home this upcoming Monday. They'll take on Lehigh Valley, like I said, and then they'll start up a series against the Pawtucket Red Sox. Get your tickets by calling 419-725-HENS or mudhens.com, or visit the box office on Washington Street, 406 Washington Boulevard. I am Andy Alfred. I hope you have a terrific rest of Thursday. Go Mud Hens as they try to start up a series and take a series sweep against the Syracuse Chiefs. It's going to be a light night tonight, except for if you're going to watch the NBA Finals. So go Spurs! Beat the bum. So, to you guys at home, I love you guys so much. You guys mean a lot to me. And haters are going to hate. Until tomorrow for our Friday edition of All Andy Alfred. I am Andy Alfred, and I hope you have a terrific rest of the day. And as always, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. Keep your stick on the ice. And to the teams behind me, and to you, the viewers at home, victory is sweetest when we have tasted defeat. Have a nice night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow for another edition of All Andy Alfred. Love you guys.